Hey, everybody. I just wanted to take a moment and thank each and every one of you who have prayed for us and sent text and emails and phone calls and just been there to help us through this. We didn't even realize that we had missed Christmas because we have spent the days and nights, hours and minutes praying for a Christmas miracle. I hope and pray nobody ever has to go through what we have been through over the last week and a half. Our daughter Faith, who, if any of y'all are listening to this podcast on a routine basis, know the heart that this child has within her and how all she ever wants to do is help others. And for the first time, we are asking for help for our girl. She has overcome so much that's in front of her and behind her. And we were literally told by the doctors their goal was to make it through the night. When I had taken her into the ER and they had said that pretty much go ahead and call my husband because there was less than a 1% chance she would come through. Those are words that you don't ever want to hear. And Michael rushed up in the middle of the night and has not left our side here since. He has been a God-sent blessing. He is the true epitome of a family man, a husband and a father. And I can't thank you enough for those who have donated. Michael's job is one that pays only when he works. And as today is Sunday, New Year's Eve, happy New Year's Eve to everyone. Faith has a small procedure today, a procedure surgery tomorrow, and a procedure surgery that we know of already on Tuesday. And that's just in the next 72 hours. When we first arrived, within a 10-hour period, she had two major operations. One that was so critical that she couldn't even be moved out of the ICU. So they had to bring all of the surgery equipment and everybody to her. She has literally, excuse me, been cut open her entire abdomen. It is literally, I can't even tell you how many inches long. She has a draining pump that was sucking out everything because they left her wide open after the original and the second surgery. And they were telling us that they would have to go back in every 3 days. And by the grace of God and prayers, they came back and said that they didn't have to do that. And they left the drainage pump in. Then her kidney started to fail. She went into multi-organ failure. Her left lung collapsed and it just continued. And when we arrived in the ER, Faith's temperature was 90 degrees. They were unable to even obtain a pulse in her ankles because her extremities were purple. These are horrific things that we don't ever want a loved one to experience. We have literally, as embarrassing as it is, but it is the gospel. Michael and I have shared a simple sandwich because the cost of being at that hospital every day for the two of us to eat is about $30 to $40. To get a simple beverage like a Coke or a bottle of water is $2 out of the vending machine. And yes, we use the other machines and get ice and water. And they have given us vouchers, but the vouchers are $6 off per person per meal. And so we've been trying to be very sparing with those. And it is incredibly expensive. We're doing all that we can. And we just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart, Michael's heart, and Faith's heart. We just want to thank you, people who have sent videos. We have let her hear them. We have told her how much everybody loves her and cherishes her. Sorry. I also want to say that it's during times like this that you really learn who is your family and not just by blood, who is your true friends, because we know that our families, extended families, and families, if you will call that by definition, have learned all about this, and not one of those in this pool of individuals, if you say, have even reached out to Michael or myself. Yet when something's happened to one of them, we were ready to travel out of state. We were ready to help any way we can. And that's just been a very, very big eye opener for myself, but mainly for Michael. He is very disappointed. But he said he's come to expect that from these people, because how do you know that you have a niece or a granddaughter or even your brother-in-law, your brother, it doesn't matter. You have a family member who is on life support, critical, and a simple text, a phone call, something, and nothing. I have lost friendships over this period of time, and you know what? That's okay. I appreciate seeing that for what it is now. And yeah, it hurt for a minute, but my priority is my family. My priority is Michael and Faith. And I couldn't get through life without either one of them. So I want to take a moment and thank both because they are my everything. So again, if you could please share this. If you can donate even the cost of a cup of coffee, you have no idea how much you are helping. Faith did open her eyes in the middle of the sedation. They've kept her basically in a medically induced coma, but she did open her eyes long enough to sign, "I love you," and that she wanted the lights off while they were changing her dressings. She has 3 central lines, one in each groin, side of her groin and in her neck. She had to have an emergency chest tube put in, but she is one hell of a fighter, and my greatest honor is being her mom. And if I may ask that you please continue to pray for this beautiful miracle. I wish you and your family a wonderful New Year's Eve and a very happy and healthy 2024.